Hey everyone, it's Rose and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my first TBR of 2024. It's my January TBR. January is always a good reading month for me because I spend most of it looking after my godmother's cat. She has a lot of illnesses, so she needs a lot of attention, and I basically spend most of my month walking over there, feeding her, getting cuddles all day and reading all day. You can probably hear my puppies in the background. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my gosh, your hair looks crazy right now. I'm going to take you through all the books I want to read in January. There are 12 books on this TBR. I've decided 2024 is going to be the month of actually reading my TBR, so I thought I wouldn't go too crazy. There are so many more books that I want to read, but I've narrowed it down to 12 and I'm just going to take you through them. We've got a mix of genres here. We have fantasy, romance, thrillers, horror. We got everything going on. First up, we have Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. This is the sequel to Secretly Yours. I know nothing about it. I think it's a marriage of convenience. That's all I know. But as always, it's Tessa Bailey, so I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have a cute, quick, fun time. And I'm pretty sure it's a rom-com like all her books. Next up, we have Liar's Beach by Katie Cotugno. I know that this is a young adult mystery thriller. I'm pretty sure my friend Elle read it and really enjoyed it. Girls, why do you decide to make noise every time I try and film? It's out of angle, but they're both fighting over the same toy. This happens all the time. There's One Killer Summer. I don't really know anything about this, but it's really short. I'm pretty sure it's under 300 pages. Yeah, it's about 270. So this will be one I will literally just sit with a kitty in my lap and binge in one sitting. I'm looking forward to it. Next up, we have quite a lot of books that are on my 24 books I want to read in 2024 video that will be out soon. It's not out yet, but obviously I put the books I want to read the most on there, so of course some of them are going to be on my January TBR. We have Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mehra. My boyfriend sent this to me for Christmas. Thanks, Liam. I don't really know anything about this. It's been blowing up all over Book Talk. I think it's fantasy romance, and I assume that the villain's gonna fall in love with their assistant. I don't know what kind of fantasy world it is. I don't know. I'm just really excited to get to it. And another one that's quite short, especially for fantasy. It's about 330 pages, and I'm super looking forward to it. Then we have Things I Wanted to Say But Never Did by Monica Murphy. This was another book Liam bought me for my birthday. I knew these books were long, but I didn't know the first one was nearly 700 pages. But what I do know is that I originally picked up A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy a while ago because I'd seen this everywhere and wanted to read it. And then I realised it was part of a series. I don't know whether you actually have to read them in order or not, but I will be reading them in order anyway, and I'll be starting with Things I Wanted to Say and then going on to A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. I'm pretty sure these books are both on the Audible Plus catalogue, so I might listen to these as audiobooks while I'm walking to my godmother's house to cat sit. My whole life in January is pretty much basing my reading around what I can listen to while I walk there and back, and what I can take with me and fit in my bag, because all I'm going to be doing in January is reading. I'm super excited. Next up, we have a huge one, another one that Elle read and loved. We have Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I really wanted to read this in 2023, but because it is so popular, my library hold of the audiobook isn't available to me until January 2024. So we're gonna get to it this month. This is young adult fantasy, and I'm pretty sure she describes it as if the Hunger Games and Red Queen had a baby and they didn't look like either of the parents. Which honestly sold me from the beginning. I've been following Lauren Roberts on TikTok for like 3 years. Remember her showing the original like first draft where she just had a bunch of papers in her hand, and now she's a bestseller, which is just so cool, and I can't wait to see what this book is about. This is my other puppy who just wants to get back to being a nuisance, don't ya? we have Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. I cannot believe I haven't got to this book yet. I have heard the most amazing things about this book. I'm pretty sure it's like childhood best friends to strangers to lovers. I don't really know, and I don't really want to read the blurb and find out, so I'm gonna go into it blindly. I think my heart's gonna get broken and put back together all in one, which is always fun. Next up we have one I'm super excited for. I just recently picked it up from WH Smith's. We have Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison. This has been on my TBR for ages because Books on Lala read it in one of her end of year Goodreads nominees videos, which you should check out. They're my favorite videos of the whole year. I wait all year for them and I rewatch them like 5 times a year. And one of them in I think 2021, but it might not have been, was Such Sharp Teeth. This is a book about a woman who hits an animal with her car, and I'm pretty sure it's like a rabid dog or a werewolf, and then she slowly starts turning into a dog. It sounds horrendous, it sounds terrifying, and it sounds like something I'll binge in one sitting because, again, short books because we want to actually read this TBR. I've decided this is a year I'm actually going to lower my TBR as well. I wanted to try and read at least half the books on my TBR, which I'm not going to tell you what the number is because it's crazy. Moving on, we have Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. This was sent to me by Elle. She's getting all the shout outs today. Thank you, Elle. This has been on my TBR. This is one of the first books I added to my want to read list on Goodreads, I'm pretty sure. This is an OG Book Talk book. I'm pretty sure that the guy in this book is deaf and everyone just assumes he's mute. And then she learns sign language for him, which just sounds so sweet. I didn't actually know anything else other than that, and I don't want to know anything else. I love going into books blind. So that's another one for the TBR that I'm super excited about. Then we have Light Lark by Alex Astor. This is young adult fantasy. This book blew up completely, and I don't think it was completely positive. I saw a lot of people who hated this book and I saw a lot of people who loved this book, but the thing that it seemed to have in common in all the reviews is that it's a really like fast book, as in you can read it in one sitting. I don't really know anything about this. I think it's described as an island that appears once every 100 years and something to do with the Hunger Games. I don't really know, but I'm really intrigued. Whenever books get a lot of 1-star ratings, it does intrigue me. But I know this also did get a lot of love. So I'm gonna see which side I fall on. Also, we never get floppy books in the UK, and I picked this up from WH Smith's and it was floppy, and I think that's what really pushed me to get a physical copy. And of course, I had to put a Stephen King book on my TBR for January. We have Dreamcatcher by Stephen King. If you're not new to this channel, you'll know how much I love Stephen King. This book gets very mixed reviews because Stephen King was in a car accident, I think about halfway through writing this book. And he wrote half of it before the car accident and half of it after. And the bits he wrote after, he was very high on pain relief that he then got addicted to. So I'm pretty sure aliens just randomly show up halfway through this book because it's almost like 2 completely different books. And I've heard people hate it, and I heard people say it's their favourite Stephen King book of all time. So it gets very mixed reviews, and I want to see what side I fall on. I'll probably love it because I love Stephen King. And the last one we have, this is Mother, Daughter, Murder Night by Nina Simon. This was sent to me by HarperCollins. This is a Reese's Book Club pick. I'm super excited. I'm pretty sure this is like 3 generations of one family. The grandma, the mum, and the daughter all try and solve a murder that happened near them. I don't know anything more than that. I think it's like a mystery thriller. And I'm super excited. The puppies have found my books and they're trying to eat them. We don't eat books. We don't eat books, no. And that is everything on my January TBR. Really, I know I say this every month, but I really want to stick to it. I have a lot of determination because it's a new year, it's a new start. I really want to read all of these books. I really want to stick to my TBR. I am a mood reader, but like I put so many different genres in here that regardless of what mood I'm in, I think there's something here for me. So let's hope I get through these books, because it will also mean I've got through a good chunk of my TBR. So it's a win for all. That's everything for this video. Let me know what is on your January TBR. Let me know if you've read any of these and what did you think. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you would like to see more from me, because I post new videos every single week. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you in another video. Bye!